This legendary Arizona cowgirl is a 4-time world champion, and she's making her 17th trip to the NFR. Although they didn't win a single rodeo, they placed in the money so often, they came into Las Vegas ranked number 9 in the world with over $93,000 in earnings. During the 10 rounds of competition at the NFR, she won over $29,000, making her year-end total over $122,000. Let's meet Sherry Cervi.
I didn't win any big rodeos, but I did, good enough to make it back here, and so that's what matters. I had a couple young horses with me this summer, and I borrowed the horse that I rode at Reno last year, won Reno on from Trip, and I rode him just a couple places. But that's always the goal, why I haul young horses around with me, is to try to get them seasoned and ready to go. And so yes, I have high hopes for the two that I've been hauling, for them to kind of step up and be able to ride them more next year. The finals, it can be a lot of fun if you're winning, and it can be a long 10 days. And I've won, I think, about $26,000 so far, so not bad. Definitely would like to win some more. Not really sure. I can't really think of any good excuses why I'm not winning. It's just not happening. I hit a couple barrels. That doesn't ever help. But Stingray feels good, and just the way it is sometimes the chips don't fall your way, and you aren't quite fast enough. My plan is to stay on Stingray all 10 rounds. We're going in the 8th round right now, and so she feels good. She feels strong, and I'm working my way back up to the top of the ground and going to try to go fast. Fallon Taylor donated a pair of tie-dye chaps, and I wore them one day in the Grand Entry, and J.W. Harris rode bulls in them one night, and then a bunch of contestants from the NFR signed the chaps, and they auctioned them off today at the Ladies Luncheon for the Justin Crisis Fund. It's a very good cause and helps cowboys out here and cowgirls, and I think they brought 2,400, so that's pretty cool. Deal. Some lucky person got some tie-dye chaps. We had our youth barrel race again in Ceres, California in May, and it was another great success. And there was one girl that came up to me, and she won a check in the 4D, and that was her first check she's ever won barrel race, and she was crying. And it just, when you have stories like that, it makes it all worthwhile, and it's a pretty cool thing. And we're going to have it again this coming in 2015, and it'll be Memorial Weekend in Ceres, California, the Diamond Bar Arena, and couldn't do it without great sponsors. I definitely didn't start out thinking I want to try to make the finals most of anybody. It's been an unbelievable career. You don't know when it could end, and don't take anything for granted. I appreciate being here just like my first time, and it's still a thrill to run down the alleyway at the Thomas Mack. And sometimes it's not easy keeping things in perspective, and you don't have the finals that you think you should have. But just to be able to be here, I know, because there's some years that I tried to make the finals and I didn't make it, and I sat at home and watched the finals. And so I would rather be here trying to win money than watching it. And the barrel racing is getting tougher and tougher every year. And I believe there's probably 30 horses out there that could be here just as easy as I could. So I'm going to enjoy it, and I have no idea, how barrel racing depends on your horse. So as long as I've got a horse that I feel like I can keep making it, I will do it and enjoy it.